Will Cody Rhodes rise like a phoenix this Sunday, April 2nd at SoFi Stadium at WrestleMania 39? Will he hold the championship high that they took from his daddy in the garden? Or will Roman Reigns fist pounding oorah his way to 1,000 days and possibly more? Well, before we talk about that, we gotta talk about this show. Let's get to it, shall we? I'm Charles Renton with my review of WWE Raw from Phoenix, Arizona, just a few days away from WrestleMania 39, Inglewood, California, SoFi Stadium. Thanks in no small part to men like Mayor James T. Butts Jr. That's right, Mayor Butts. All hail Mayor Butts. The show actually wasn't all that bad, at least to start, but then really hit a lull, and this is the go-home Raw for WrestleMania 39. My predictions will be up, I don't know, Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe Thursday. As of this recording, they haven't even finalized what matches will be on what specific cards outside of maybe half of them. They have most of night one. They only have Roman Reigns and Cody penciled in for night two, and that's obviously going to main event. Watch it open the show! God, they're going to have so much pyro for Cody's entrance. It's going to be insane. So, Miz makes his entrance. We get the card rundown. Miz TV. I mean, I guess this was a fine way to open it because it did lead to a match, and the crowd was into it. This is a pretty hot crowd for, I'd say, about 70% of the show. We have Lita, Trish, and Becky. I guess it's a good idea to get Trish and Lita out there because at their ages, they need to go to bed early. So Becky's out there. They make ball jokes. Well, Becky does about Miz. My balls are massive, confirmed by my wife. Nice to know your wife didn't get around much before you. Hooray for not getting around much, not sleeping around much, and saving yourself for the right person. What were you trying to say, Becky? I don't care. You all sleep around with whoever the hell you want. As long as you're all consenting adults, but that was a bit of a weird line where I was like, Becky just kind of started shouting. I think she was starting to lose this here. And then here's Damage Control. They do more back and forth. This was alright. It was alright. I still need EO to moonsault me feet first and scream at me in Japanese, but I digress. I don't have issues. You have issues. Shut up. And we're going to a match. See, I thought that was it. I didn't actually realize we were getting Becky versus EO starting. Is Becky and the Elders versus EO with Damage Control. The rest of Damage Control. Hot crowd. They were cooking, as the kids say, I believe. I don't know why the kids are so obsessed with cooking. I know some youths that would practically burn the kitchen down boiling water, but nevertheless, there was one point where EO hit a dropkick and Becky was on, sitting on the top turnbuckle. That was pretty good distance right there. EO giving it to somebody in the face. It should have been me. I don't have issues. You have issues. And some other good action. We did get, a bit of a fracas, but we got the manhandle slam 1, 2, 3. Pretty good opening. Pretty good opening match here. Then recaps of Cody and Roman, various clips from all this. And then we go to a video package on Asuka where they really tried to make this sports-based. See, if WWE would do more shit like this and less cartoon shit like they did later on, then I could buy into it. Now, this did more to build Asuka versus Bianca than anything they really have done on the goddamn programs leading up to this. Molly Holly chimed in. This is very well done. I really like this. They did mention how Asuka has not won at Mania. That's good. That's good. That's really good. One of the most talented women, and she hasn't won at Mania. She should have won at Mania 34, but no, we couldn't be smart like that. She couldn't win at Mania 35 because Carmella had to win the not the Fabulous Moolah Battle Royal, because Fabulous Moolah was a goddamn piece of shit. But that being said, yeah, Asuka hasn't won Asuka hasn't won at Mania, has she? Has she? I'm genuinely asking. I actually can't remember if she won at Mania 36. I remember she was on the Mania 36 card. Nevertheless, good video package. Kathy Kelly, Jesus, my God, Kathy, good Lord. Good absolute Christ, she looks great. Alright, so here's Seth Pheasant Rollins and then Ali. He's positively Ali. Positively. I tried there. Ali is really trying to make this work. He just has to be weighing out his contract at this point because this is embarrassing. This is bad. And I like Ali. But they made where I don't care. I don't get invested in anything Ali does because even though he's really good in the ring, and could have actually been something for the company. Now he's just a joke. And he's been a joke pretty much since the group that calls themselves Retribution, and used to call themselves Retribution. So, now we're getting a match. Whoa. It's Ali versus Seth Rollins. This didn't take long, as we got some stomps and Ali got beaten. Very quickly. Is Ali going to be one of the talents released after Mania 39 so he can go somewhere? New Japan, somewhere. Just somewhere where he can earn money and actually show what he can do in the ring. Because at this point, they need a talent turnover, and Ali is not going to be able to wipe off the shit that they have, just crusted on him at this point. So Rollins says, if I can't beat Logan at Mania, he's not the joke, I am, but I'll beat him, I'll do all this, and leading the crowd around with the cheering and whoa. And then, Corbin's talking to Pierce. He wants to be on the Mania card. I mean, Corbin's been around for a long goddamn time. 2014, I think? He's been, never was on TV, so I think he's been with the company for about 10 years. And then Pierce says, oh, Chelsea and Sonya, you want to be a team? Fine, be a team and get out of my face and go face Mia Yim and Candice. Winning team is the final team in that four-way match that doesn't fucking matter at Mania 39. None of those four ways matter. Neither of those four ways, because there's only two of them. Thank God there's only two of them. Yay, this Chelsea gimmick is bad and creative should feel bad for it. So, we then get Pierce and Graves talking about the weigh-in. Graves does most of the promo. Pierce stands there, and it's a scale for Edward James Olmos and the Beast Bork Laser, de Bork. Remember when they could have slotted Lashley in this, and since Bray is either ill, injured, or whatever, if it's one of those, I hope he recovers 100%. Bottom line is, they could have done that with Lashley, but no, he's going to be in the Battle Royal. Look, Almost apparently is a nice guy. He is not good. He is just bad. Giant Gonzalez was a really nice guy in the ring. Well, Almost is basically Giant Gonzalez. He may be nice, he's big, and that's all he's got. This was terrible. Bork didn't even get weighed. He just rushed the ring, and then Edward James Olmos managed to stop him when he tried to hit him with the scale or whatever. I guess they were working for scale here. I guess they had to scale back the pain. They had to scale back what they were doing here. Okay, I'll stop. And that was it. That was terrible. That was really, really goddamn bad. I mean, seriously, but my God, that freaking stupid Edward James Olmos just bumbling fool. Again, if this is going to be Bork's last Mania match, do not have Edward James Olmos beat him. Have Bork beat him like in 2 minutes flat. Then, Demon Finn is coming to face Brooding Edge at Hell in a Cell. I don't care. I'm sorry. You put that on night 1. You can put that to open night 2. You can put whatever you want. The Hell in a Cell concept, yes, being used for an actual feud is fine instead of just being for a pay-per-view. That's great. It's a feud I haven't cared about in months. Speaking of things I don't care about, the Profits and team, why you bald? Hey, look, Vegeta, more bald people. Ricochet and the Brawny Paper Strongman. And against the Viking Experience, or Vistinko as I'm calling them, the Raiders of Boredom. The Boring Raiders. The Boring Raiders actually kind of works a little bit better with Valhalla. And they took on, or they actually teamed up with Alpha Academy. And I just want to say right now, I don't care. Montez is impressive as an athlete. This is the second most, this is the second biggest collection of meat that I've seen, especially a variety of colors since my days in the college dormitories. Always delete search history, and I can't mention anything more until the cases are settled. Montez hits in the same frog splash and wins. This match didn't mean shit. Cody then cuts a promo. I live for this position, he says. Brandy, the fuck? You thought it was open position night, bitch? So he will beat Roman. I want to point out again, Kathy Kelly, goddamn. Bloodline, they spoof Goodfellas. And, I mean, you don't even have to have, seen that movie in a while to know that was Goodfellas, by the way. They could have done Goodfellas, they could have done Casino, wouldn't have mattered. It would have fit for the gangster motif and the bloodline and the familial deal, so there you go. That Super Mario Brothers movie better be good. It better be good. I saw 8 trailers during Raw. It was insane. Got my ticket all ready for it. Fortunately, it's coming out during spring break here, which means I got to put up with a bunch of noisy little shits. And to summon the ghost of Chris Benoit. No, the package on Bianca was very well done with various comments, including Molly Holly. And Theory cut a promo in an empty arena. Contain the same amount of fans that he has. Actually, I'm sure there are a few Theory fans. I'm sorry if you happen to be a fan of Theory. No, I kid. If you like Theory, that's fine. I find him boring. He's good in the ring. He's boring. I ain't ever gonna like him, and I don't need to like him, and I don't want to like him. Mia Yim and Candice took on Sonya and Chelsea. Sonya and Chelsea won. This match didn't mean anything, due in large part to the fact that Candice isn't very interesting. Oh, and Stacy is the latest inductee into the WWE Hall of Fame. Then we go to a D&D Honor Among Thieves clip, which I did actually watch the sneak peek of. I watched that yesterday. Well, it is late Monday night as I'm recording, just in case you guys are wondering you're watching this way in the future. But I watched it Sunday afternoon. Pretty full theater. Wasn't the biggest theater, but it was pretty nice to have a collection of energy. People enjoying themselves, and this was actually a lot of fun. You should watch it when it comes out. It's fun. I thought I'd hate it, and it ended up being fun. I had fun. Actually, I did have fun, in all seriousness. So, Mania 1 clips. I really wish that Prime Andre had been able to be in the Mania era, but unfortunately, by that point, he had that broken foot, I think, in 81. It was one of those two. I know he had that clip where the Killer Khan hit him with something, and Vince looked like he was about ready to go kill Killer Khan, which would have actually been kind of fitting, I guess. But yeah, Mania 1 clips. Cyndi Lauper deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, by the way. So Heyman hypes up the whole thing while Kathy interviews and just looks incredibly attractive. And I like Kathy because she's a good backstage interviewer. She doesn't overshadow things, but boy, she captures your attention. Heyman hyping up like only he can. Cody has never been ready, and you'll never be ready, Cody Anderson. You'll never be ready. And Priest and Dominic, by the way, at this point, before that, had made their entrance and were in the ring. I'm not kidding, for 10 minutes. I fucking counted. This is something they need to fix. I know they have 3 hours of Raw because of the rights fees, and they get a lot of money for it. They gotta format this shit better. Dominic cuts a promo. Dad, it takes a real lowlife to hit your kid, and Chris Benoit was doing this in hell, thinking, oh, if only I could get out. Let's move on from that, because that was pretty goddamn dark. Or Fritz Von Erich was thinking, I don't have any kids. Also, Fritz, what are you doing here? You've been dead for about 26 years. Ray and Priest took on each other while Dominic was there. By the way, 20 minutes after the last match ended, the bell rang for this. We went... Ray Entrance, by the way. The Ray Entrance, before this, he made the entrance, and we went to the break, and that was 8 minutes. And then we came back. The match started 20 minutes after that women's tag. And it ended after 3 minutes when Dominic caused a DQ. And then Legoland Phantasm runs down. And they save Ray eventually. Watch them have Santos turn on Ray. He's like, you're old, and I'm going to take your kid under my wing, and I'm going to make him better. Because they will not give up on Dominic, despite all evidence that they should. I know there are a lot of people that like him. I don't. I will be on that island. I don't care. He is David Flair. He is Eric Watts. He is not good. So, then we get various Battle Royal participants. They start out with the Good Brothers and Gargano, and I noted, what ancient totem did I defile to have to put up with these 3 idiots? Gargano should go home and be a stay-at-home dad. In fact, Candice should join him. Just go home and do something else. Because they may be good at wrestling, but they just feel like relics of a bygone era. Stupid comedy with Elias running into Loomis, running into Lashley, running into Bronson Reed. Now he's going down to Emmett's Fixture Shop to fix Elias. And yeah, Lashley better win that, and you better actually put, I don't know, Lashley versus LA Knight at Mania. Just have it be like a 7-minute match or something. Just do something with those guys. Because both those guys deserve a Mania spot. In fact, that's where they should have gone at first. Lashley and LA. I mean, there you go. So, Gunther makes his entrance at 7:21, and we get about 10 minutes of breaks and recaps of KO, Zayn, and the Usos, and then a pre-tape on Zayn and Usos talking about Zayn and Owens with the tag match being the biggest ever, and then Dolph just gets destroyed by Gunther, just beats the shit out of him, destroys him. By the way, they went 1 minute and they went to the break, and then they came back in 2 minutes maybe, and then Gunther won. Gunther cuts a promo on the 3-way. It's embarrassing, but he will beat both of them. Cody then immediately makes his entrance with Pyro. A lot of Pyro. God, how much Pyro they're going to have at Mania. Cody versus Solo with Heyman, and he made Solo look like a beast. Cody fought back. The Usos eventually showed up, and then Zayn and Owens, their music hit also. They fought off, and Solo almost got the victory. Then got hit with the Crossroads. 1, 2, 3. That was a weird way to end Solo's undefeated streak. On the last Raw before Mania. Could have kept that going. You could have done a DQ finish. I don't think anybody would have cared. Plus, you would have had yet another bench-clearing brawl. We'll see you this weekend at the Royal Rumble, except this will be WrestleMania. The biggest night of the year. The biggest two-night event of the year. Not the most stupendous two-night event of the year. That was last year. God. Made me hate the word stupendous. So yeah, Mania 39 predictions will be up either Tuesday or Wednesday. And then we'll see about the rest of the stuff. A lot of content this week. God, by next week's Raw, it'll be like about 20 videos. So agree, disagree, what I said, like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Retlin. I'll see you soon.